What's up, dog?
What's up, Benny?
Not much. I liked that. That was like a good train conductor type
Yeah,
energy.
I'm wearing corduroy. I feel very train conductor in this. I need a different hat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You would need like still Yankees, but the shape of the
the conductor hat.
Yeah.
What if there was a Yankees logo on every type of hat? I feel like we're getting close to that. I've seen bucket hats. I've seen
beret.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Yankees beret?
Yeah, there's a Yankees beret. There is. No, there was a Yankees beret that came out. One, you know what's missing, and this is in your lane. We need a steampunk Yankees top hat with goggles.
I like that. I feel as though steampunk is a little antithetical to what I know of the Yankees. The Yankees buy their way.
Yeah.
Whereas steampunk is very tinkering.
Yeah. But I think it would be.
You know what I meant.
I think it would be a badass fit. People would. You get on the jumbotron.
Yes.
Yeah.
You ever play those games where it's like an entire sports field and it's like a machine?
Yeah.
That's kind of steampunk.
Oh yeah.
What if it was the entire field was?
Oh, if there was like
machine.
pistons and gears like all around Yankee Stadium, and it could like move up out of the Bronx and like fight a different stadium.
Yeah. Maybe if you put you're saying the entire stadium?
Yeah.
That's like one movie where the entire city is a machine.
Oh, I mean, there's a couple movies like that.
Really?
Now. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's a pretty popular concept in some sci-fi and some like anime too.
I fucking love ideas and like science fiction stuff.
Yeah.
It's so cool. Anytime I see like a glowing tank that's like an energy liquid, I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. What inspires you outside of stand-up, like aesthetically? Like, because I love that kind of shit.
Oh, aesthetically, what inspires me?
Yeah.
So from an image standpoint, when I close my eyes, what I really like is I like myth. I like mythology.
Like Greek stuff?
I love Greek mythology. I love big epic things as far as like the stories that inspire me and that I want to talk about. So the Bible is a big thing in this current hour where I'm kind of dissecting some stuff from that. That's like, I guess, literary inspirations. Stand-up inspirations, I think I veer more like audio. Like I have inspiration from like sounds and like cadences that I want to recreate, and like things that I'm really thinking about getting across, and just words that I think are funny. Like there's
the Bible audiobook.
No, it's just, I mean, like there's a world where like visually I can be like, ooh, that's a funny thing. Like right now, this will be so funny for the audio version of the podcast. I have a joke where the punchline is just me pointing at the person I've established I'm talking to. And I love it because it's not my normal comedy bag of tricks. And so it's a kind of deviation for me. But I also love it because it's just me being like, oh, you can stretch yourself. You really try to find what's very funny, but also what's novel comedically. So that kind of stuff inspires me.
Do you have any noises in particular that are coming to mind? Because I love that idea.
Yeah. Oh, what's a noise that I have? No, I love a high pitched noise. I love playing with my register.
Oh, so we're talking speech patterns.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love playing with my register just because some comics they never really deviate out of the range that they kind of talk in.
Do you have a music background?
I have a theater background.
Interesting, because I don't know that stuff. So I'm not deliberately playing with that because I don't understand it. Like I don't know what I would be doing. You know what I mean? So that's really cool.
Well, it's fun because you can kind of free yourself, and then you can also sometimes key in the things that people think are funny without having to use the brain power to necessarily like be like, how do I craft this so that the punchline is perfect? You can be like, there's a way for me to make this punchline better through vocalization, through vocal choices, through cadence, through tempo, through rhythm. There's so many kind of factors in addition to writing that I think some people leave on the table just because, you know, sadly for a lot of these guys who do stand up, that's kind of faggy. They go, oh no, I don't want to go.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're thinking.
No, but I mean, a lot of those choices when I'm writing, I consider it part of the same writing where it's like delivery and whatnot.
Yeah.
I think imparts the exact correct emotional tone that you're trying to convey.
Yeah.
And so when I'll do a joke, if I'm trying to be like, that's like part of the writing to me. But I see what you're saying where people will do it monotone and be like, No, if you said that in the correct perspective or voice, it would have made sense.
Or even if you make that person who you're talking to or talking about in this set sound slightly different from you. I always go, if you're telling an audience that this is a conversation, if this is some dialogue that you're recreating for this audience, you should make that person a different character just for clarification purposes.
You make yourself a different character?
Make the person who you're talking to in this story.
Oh, interesting. Okay, and like do their voice differently,
do something that signifies you're talking to them versus them talking to you, because it just gets kind of confusing.
That's fascinating because I don't write dialogue based stand up.
Yeah,
but I have been thinking about I do an impression of Bernie Sanders at one point, and I just speak in my voice, and I'm like, God, that would be so much funnier if I did if I really nailed it.
You're close. You can go close to Bernie though. Right then, you
the top 3% have too much.
You got into it.
I think
you dropped in pretty fast.
But that is because I've been thinking about that for this week, and I've been sort of trying to do that one, but I still am not close enough. You know
I think it doesn't have to be a perfect impression. I just think it needs to be somewhere between Benny and Bernie, so that the audience goes, "Ooh, we're having fun."
Oh yeah, fun is important.
Yeah, I love fun. People don't think I do. People think I'm strict. People go, "Oh, Jay's so strict. Oh, Jay wants you to do punch the whole time," which is not true. I am strict in the sense that I'm currently a professional comedian. So when someone says, "Why do you take this so seriously?" I go, "Oh, because this is the only thing I got."
Yeah.
It's it pays my rent. Right. I have to take it seriously.
Hell yeah. Same, by the way. And you and I, by the way, we did Netflix as a joke. We did the same venue back to back.
Yeah. No, West Side Comedy Club.
Yes. So I got to see. I don't know if it was the same hour, but I got to see a significant chunk of your.
Yeah, you got to see what was the proto form for the special, because that would have been May of last year.
Yes.
And I filmed it in April of this year, and it came out in November. So yeah, you got to see a beta version of it for sure.
Yes. Sorry, I didn't mean to derail from the having fun, but I was thinking I have seen, and you have fun up there.
Yeah,
you have a good time.
I have so much fun because I'm on stage for an hour, and I don't want anyone to think that I'm miserable up there. I love it.
Yeah, I feel like I have to. Sometimes I do feel like a little bit of work of making sure I say each joke correctly.
Yeah,
I am having. It can be miserable if it's not going well.
Yeah, of course. But
the
more often than not, I'm having fun. I think the standard of excellence and sort of the execution of material is a self-imposed set of rules, and it's not necessarily going to take away from the fun of it, but it will just be make sure. Sometimes people go, "Oh, what's stand-up comedy closest to?" And if it was a sport, I think it would be one of these hybrid sports of it's closer to ballet, figure skating, gymnastics, and diving, in the sense that you do have a set routine that you say, "I'm going to do this," and then you are adjudicated on your level of difficulty and how well you execute, and whether or not you mess up these things you tell us you're going to do, because no one is stopping you except for you.
The thing about skateboarding.
100% skateboarding. Yeah.
It's if somebody attempts a really hard trick and misses it, but then somebody else does a really easy trick and lands it.
Yeah.
It's well, the other guy, that person was fucking doing I don't know, 540 nose.
Yeah, that person was trying to do a 900.
Yeah. Are you a skater?
No, I play a lot of Tony Hawk.
Oh, nice.
A lot of Tony Hawk. I know 360, 180, 540, 720, 900.
But I think also what we're doing here is something that I love doing all the time, which is metaphorically being oh, this part is skating.
Yeah.
Oh, this part is hunting or fishing or whatever. You know what I mean?
Oh, 100%. And I think that there is a world where people don't want to do that, where they say, "No, it's just comedy." And I go, well, yeah, but that does diminish what you're attempting to do as far as the elevation of it, because hanging out with friends, riffing, that's just comedy. Yeah. The qualifier just sometimes is dismissive, once again, to what I'm trying to do professionally and artistically.
You should be a professional. You should be paid to be a professional riffer.
Yeah.
People are we're paying Jay $1,000 to come to this party and make each conversation a little bit better.
I mean, sometimes when you're on a panel for something, you are getting paid to just riff.
True.
Yeah.
True.
If you're on a panel for a show, yeah.
Getting paid money for lowercase c comedy. By the way, folks, we're drinking black tea that we put some apple cider into.
Yeah, we're calling it the Benny Jurden.
Yeah.
It's an amazing drink. We invented it today.
It's good. It is genuinely good. Cheers. Yeah. It's like it kind of has like when you put lemon and honey.
Yeah.
Energy to it.
It's wonderful.
It's good.
It's a
It's
great
good.
fall drink. Super fall day.
It
as
is.
evidenced by sweatshirts and corduroy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I just got my first corduroy jacket up there. Actually.
Yeah, you're a
I'm
man
a
now.
fan.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Mazel.
Mazel. At your bar mitzvah, they should give you a
They should.
corduroy jacket.
That's what they should. They give you. I mean, they give you lots of stuff, but the corduroy jacket, yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the real reason we're all here, folks. Me and Jay are rude as hell online.
Rude as hell. Just mean. A couple of no nonsense kind of killjoys when it comes to being joyful about killing.
Yes, I would say it's there's a little cohort of us. It's like myself, you, Skylar Higley does it as well. Who else would you say?
I would say, Jenny Zaringo. Jenny has always been very vocal about like kind of some of the evil men participating in this bullshit. There are a couple of people. I think the reason that we are kind of like known for speaking out about this stuff is because everyone else just says, yeah, I don't like it, but I really don't want to rock the boat. And my business calculation, my like career calculation, pretty much last year, as I kind of looked at my career, I looked at everything I had done, and I said, wait a minute. None of these people can help me do anything. And their influence is actively shrinking or just becoming more focused and intense in their particular bubble. I can and should say something. So like Tony can't get me a better job at any point now. Joe can't help my career at any point, primarily because their fans would not be helpful to my career, and my fans would not like me acquiescing and kind of going over there and kissing the ring. So from a business standpoint, I have nothing to gain from them. And that freedom also kind of allows me to be very truthful about how I feel.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I also do think that like from a purely cynical business standpoint as well, I think that they have ruined some of the business side of things and have like monopolized a certain I don't know pathway.
Can I ask, this isn't gossip. This is me not only confirming what you're saying, but confirming it from third-party sources. So both bookers for things on TV and bookers for festivals and bookers for clubs around the country have said that the influence of this sort of like hyper transgressive comedy that's usually less than 2 minutes, it has ruined a lot of submissions. A lot of people are submitting things that they think will do well on that particular show and that particular venue for that particular demographic. And it does not do well with festival submissions. It does not do well for late night TV comedy set submissions. It does not do well for bookings around the country. So not only are you correct, from a business standpoint for comedy, they are hurting people who want to continue in this field.
Interesting. I think also something you'll hear people say, and maybe this is part of that as well. Those guys will be like, oh, this set really kills at the mothership, and you'll see them like, they'll see them crush. They'll be like, look, it's funny. The crowd laughed. Yeah. And it's like, that crowd is self-selecting and choosing to buy those $80 tickets to hear that
hear that particular style of transgressive comedy right now.
Right.
That's a very insightful and important thing to denote when you're talking about this.
Right. Those guys think that they're crushing with some sort of random sample of the general public. Yeah. And it's like, no, you have been repeatedly racist and sexist and homophobic to the point that the people that come to see you are racist and sexist and homophobic.
They're mad if you don't say one of the slurs in the set. They go, oh, man.
Right.
I pay a lot of money. Can you please, come on, man, it's my girl's birthday. Can you please call her a dumb bitch? If you want, gotta give the people what they want. So yeah, I think that there are a lot of things that people are starting to realize. I think there's also a level of sort of awareness now hitting the general public that was like, oh, that guy's popular. I guess he might be pretty good. Now, I think in a post Madison Square Garden Puerto Rico fiasco. And the weird thing about that whole situation was He also like made like the hackiest watermelon joke about black people, and then it was kind of just swept under the rug because the Puerto Rico statement was kind of way more egregious and kind of like got more headlines. But making a joke about like a black guy in the front row at that rally, like having a watermelon, I was like, we really are in like Jim Crow 1960s level, like racist iconography. We can't pretend like that's just like kind of chill.
Right. I think also if he had straight up just done a squeaky clean, non-transgressive set in that moment, he still was materially opening for a Donald Trump rally and supporting the policies associated with what Donald Trump was trying to get done.
So in the same way that I can't be, it'd be the equivalent if I did something for Zoran and I was like, oh, wait a second, I didn't know the buses were going to be free. No. Of course. So anytime one of those people, whether it be Theo or Joe, they say, I didn't know he was going to be snatching up parents picking up their kids from daycare. Did you not listen to anything? Did you not watch anything? Did you not hear anything? Right. Did you think he was bluffing? It's weird when you start to apply the same rules because you go, oh, no, comedy's hyperbolic. This is an exaggeration so I can show the inner workings of my brain. This is hyperbolic. This is exaggerated. This is supposed to be satirical. This is a farce. You go, well, it's not when it comes to policy for these people.
Right. Yeah, Zoran's not like, I meant only a little bit faster.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I meant,
Exactly.
He's being hyperbolic when he said they're free. Like,
yeah,
there's 10 cents off.
Yeah.
No, no, absolutely. And I think one criticism I've seen of us, which I'd love to
get into
and disagree with, is that they're like, oh, we're just complaining.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, we're mad because we're not successful or whatever.
Okay.
And it's like, no, we are.
Yeah.
You and I have both made it or whatever.
And we've made
we're
it
not,
in a way that you can't say, oh, but what do you know about stand-up comedy? A lot.
Yeah.
I do it a lot.
Yeah, we haven't yet, like, it's not like we've sold out Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
But you'd be a fool not to look at how you are doing and being like, Jay's trajectory is upwards.
Yeah.
And it's going well. And like, to even make it in the first place, I do. Anyway, but my point with that is like, we're not just complaining for the sake of complaining or to help our own careers. We think that these guys are doing a harm to society.
And if you want to make it more selfish,
a
harm to the thing that does help me, which is stand-up comedy. I don't want to see stand-up comedy and the artistic integrity of stand-up comedy writ large and future stand-up comedians lose out on how beautiful, how fun, how smart, and how dumb, how profitable, and how heartwarming and how beautiful this thing can be because they think the only way they can make it is by saying slurs for a minute to a guy who took his own special down from Netflix because he didn't think it was good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he took it down because people were saying it was dog shit. It's just it's very weird to want to follow someone whose fans like regularly tell him he sucks.
Well, to Rogan's credit, he's at least a good stand-up.
Yeah, did the stool pay you to say that? By the way, those stools, they have pressed charges, I think. I think those stools have pending charges.
That'd be a great Vulture article, like a stool with allegations.
Yeah, multiple stools have allegations against Papa Joe. It's a weird insult when they go, well, Benny's jealous. Because Benny's not as successful as these evil people. And you go, well, Benny doesn't want to be as evil as those evil people, so we do have to kind of change that metric.
It also implies that they think that my motivating factor is like extreme success.
And it reveals
like
that
money.
Their motivating factor is extreme success.
Yes.
And if that's the case, if you just want to be successful and only kind of funny, we're all losers in comparison to the Rizzler. None of us are as successful as the Rizzler. So the Rizzler is the most successful comedian currently. None of us are as rich as Elon Musk. Elon Musk got to host SNL, and sometimes he thinks he says funny things. If that's the case, then he is the most successful comedian out of all of us.
Right.
If this is the logic we're applying.
If the money is the only factor. Yeah. Elon Musk is
he did.
Yeah.
But they don't believe that. So I don't know why they would believe that we are somehow like rubbing our hands together and being like, if only we could make it the way they made it. That's not a desire I have.
Right. And I think like you look at some of the comedians who turned down the Saudi Arabia comedy festival, and it's like they made the clear calculation that they're like, no, I have morals and I don't want to get millions of dollars to, you know what I mean?
And guess what? Maybe it wouldn't even have morals. I've had to make this calculation. Maybe it's my fans would eat my ass alive if I was stupid enough to go on Kill Tony. My fans would go, Jay, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
The Rizzler on Kill Tony.
Yeah, but the Rizzler on Kill Tony, the Rizzler on Kill Tony is where we're headed.
Yeah.
If we look at this, if we map it out, that's what's going to happen. I also get really sad when people go, oh, well, like, Jay, you're not successful. Because I go, oh, my God, if I'm not successful, woe be unto any comedian who hasn't achieved what I've achieved. Because, oh, my God, you really are, like, taking away everyone else's success. Because if I'm not successful, and this isn't me being an egoist, this is me being like, if I look at my resume, like, that's an insane thing to say.
I think also, well, I mean, I don't know exactly how well you're doing. It seems like you're doing great.
Yeah.
But my thought is that we're kind of currently what's left of the middle class-ish of stand-up.
Yeah.
You know what
Everything
I mean?
gets smushed.
Yeah, I do think that stand-up over the last few years, even people are consuming way more of it, but it does seem like it got, I don't know. Yes, it's smushed. There's a less of a middle class than there was before.
They're consuming more of it via the phone, so it doesn't always turn into actual money for people. And then you hope those eyeballs turn into ticket sales. And there probably is some sort of math out there as far as like, based on whatever app you saw it on. I know TikTok translates to less tickets than Instagram and Facebook. And hopefully your goal is to have so many people. It needs to be a huge amount, because it's a percentage of a percentage that will be in that city with disposable income, with the time, that will buy a ticket to go see the show, and even less of them will buy merch. So you really have to have such a huge net that you can sometimes get these little fish. So it's a very weird time, because more people are watching stand-up, but they're just watching it the same way they watch ads on their phone.
Right,
they're
passively.
They're not going home and going, oh, I have to shit, Benny's on.
Yeah, but
they will be one day.
Well, I think that's like, have you translated it? Have you turned into like maybe a deeper connection with the audience?
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if you get this. Sometimes at shows, people will tell me that they like the stuff I'm saying about like the irony and whatnot. Do you get people saying this?
Yeah, both stand-up comedy fans, stand-up comedians, and industry people. Sometimes they'll go, Jay, come here. I go, what? They go, I love what you're doing on Threads.
Hell yeah.
And I go, why are you whispering?
Yeah, they need to yell it.
Yeah.
Or it's like they'll say that and they're still representing these guys.
And I'm okay. Here's the crazy part. When it comes to representing them, I think that's a way more complicated issue, because like, I get that they probably like got their clients before some of these people made their turns. And once a client makes a turn financially one way, but also like a turn politically, socially, and kind of like morally another way, you have put your team in a really weird spot. And I think when people go full crazy, when people go full Nazi, they do get dropped, thankfully.
Right.
Like Dasha just got dropped. But there are moments where people say, oh, Jay, I really like what you say about comedy because it seems like you really love it. And I go, yes, I do. And if you see someone who doesn't love it, I want you to know the difference. I want you to be able to look at a comedian who really cares, not just about comedy, but about you as a patron. Because you are the only reason I get to do this.
Yeah.
And I don't want someone else. There's so many comedians who look at this. They look at this entire thing that we get to, that we are privileged enough to do, and they go, ooh, this is a scam. I can't wait to scam these people out of more money. And it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart that these people look at audience members like marks. They go, ooh, yeah. They go, this person thinks I'm going to do an hour? No, I'm going to do 20 minutes. And I'm going to do 40 minutes of crowd work. They go, oh, yeah, I got your money. I tricked you. Oh, yeah, I sold out again. I don't think that way. I think, oh, my God, I can't wait to give you a show for a fucking hour. I can't wait to introduce you to some of these amazing local comedians. If I'm on the road, I can't wait to introduce you to my friends. If we're in New York City or somewhere on the East Coast. I hate that audience members are also aware of that, so now they are hesitant to take a chance. I posted I posted a clip from Daily Show where I said I love the internet because the internet makes people go, I'm at home alone, but I see this thing on my phone. It's going to help me get out of this house and go be in community with other people. So many people's comments were like, yes, this is me. And then there was a small select few that were like, yeah, I have to watch clips because I will not take a chance on seeing a comedian right now because they don't trust stand-up comedy as a whole.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
It's sad, but it's true.
Oh, yeah. Well, stand-up is bad.
Yeah, it can be bad.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the last few years, the companies have pumped out specials because they were so cheap to make relative to other content that they just flooded the supply.
Yeah.
And yeah, absolutely.
And sometimes there's no quality control. And so I sadly have to remind people that there are a few of us, you included, who really care about this and who care about it and who can both think about it artistically but also critically, both from like this side of things and presentation wise for an audience. So it is really.
Do you think? Like, sorry.
I don't know, because when you explain joke theory, I know some people are like, "Ooh, yes," and some people are like, "What?"
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Some people are like, "No, you're wrong," and I'm like, "Did you even watch like the video?" I'm like,
or you go, "No, I'm theorizing."
Yeah.
So
it's a. I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
It. It's not necessarily like a. You know what I mean? Oh, do you? Okay. I wonder if we will hit a critical point where. Because I feel like you and I are sort of bubbling these ideas beneath the surface.
Yeah.
And it hasn't hit a mainstream tipping point yet.
Yeah.
When do you think that'll happen? Do you think like people will figure this out?
Well, it's not fun to talk about ingredients. It's fun to talk about fully made things. It's fun to talk about dishes. It's not the most fun to talk about building blocks. I mean, scientifically, sometimes we're talking about atoms and molecular structure, and people want to talk about elements and like things they can like see.
Right.
So we are getting into the weeds sometimes, which I'm okay with. I think there is a growing trend of people who understand now that like Austin is a punchline people use. Joe Rogan is a punchline people use. Kill Tony is a punchline people use now. And that's getting big enough that people are going to start to investigate. Well, why is that? Oh, that's why. I don't know if anyone's going to talk about comedy the way I talk about comedy unless they do it or unless they're fully like integrated into it. But I do think more people are going to kind of have the moments we're having where it's like, oh, wow, that isn't just a joke. That person is kind of soft launching their transphobia.
Yeah. And I do think that like, even with the atoms metaphor, I think like back in the day we had alchemy.
Yeah.
And people were like trying to turn lead into gold using like magic.
Yeah.
But now the general public does understand that alchemy, even your average person is like, alchemy doesn't work.
Yeah.
And they have some basic understanding of chemistry.
Yeah.
So I do think that there are ideas that we can get into the public that everybody at some point will be like, oh, of course jokes have meaning.
Yeah.
They're a form of rhetoric. They're a form of speech.
Yeah.
Of course. And it's like, how do we, but that dominant, people don't know that and they think that they are meaningless or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I think it's that qualifier I talked about before, the qualifier just. Oh, it's just a joke. And you go,
Right.
Well, that person keeps making money from it, and that person keeps saying it to growing numbers of people, so it's not just a joke. Now it's speech. It's rhetoric. It's a declaration. It's a call to action. Wait a second.
It's a call to action.
It is
Yeah,
though.
great.
If you're saying that if you're saying that you don't like this group of people, and on stage you have this kind of hyperbolic joke about how you beat this kind of person up, it stands to reason that people who are your diehard fans will go, "Do you want us to?"
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you have to either go no, or like a lot of people now, you go no.
Joe Rogan has a bit where he does a bit about like Caitlyn Jenner becoming gender.
Yeah.
And it is the Kardashians as demons.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact bit, but the point of it is that being trans is demonic.
Yeah.
It's like the subtext.
Yeah.
Or influenced by like demon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And on his podcast, he's had like Cat Williams has straight up outright said like, trans people are like worshiping Baphomet or whatever.
Yeah, which is hilarious because like then he goes and get sewn in hair. Like it's just funny whenever people like proclaim that they know how gender works and they don't perform gender the correct way themselves. So, I just think it's very funny.
Yeah.
He's a small diminutive man who is not the paradigm of masculinity. Neither one of them. is, or else they wouldn't be talking on stage. They would be working in a field.
Right. Like us.
Like us.
Like
Right now.
We're the paradigm.
Yeah, that's right. They'd be conducting a train.
Oh, let's get a little arts and crafts going. I forgot about that element of it. Hell yeah, nice.
I love
I forgot to click the 4K button, and that's okay.
No, you can click it now. I love
Is that how it works?
I don't know.
No, that's not how it works.
I love what you're. I love what you're saying though, because if you really sort of break it down, you go, wait a second. If you think the Kardashians are demons and you think that these demonic forces influenced a person into believing that they're trans, you think all trans people are either demonic or influenced by demons. So you either are so misogynistic you think these women have the spirit of Lilith within them and that it's turning these other people into these evil monsters as well. And this femininity expressed is evil. And it's such an odd, hardline stance for someone who is an actor and someone who is a performer and someone who's on one of the branches of the tree that is theater. It's such a weird take.
Yeah. I one of my most recent ones that I'm trying to really cook and get people to understand is it's just a joke, dude. I didn't mean the surface level ideas. Just the secondary implied ones.
Yeah.
And so that it's like, I think that become really clear when it's like, if I say your ethnicity is like a bug.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, it's just a joke. It's like, yeah, I don't literally mean you are a bug.
But let's extrapolate. But I do think you should kill bugs.
Yeah. I think you're undesirable.
Yeah.
I think you are a pest.
Yes.
I think you need to be exterminated.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's not even a made-up example. That is classic genocidal rhetoric.
Yeah. And applied to a number of groups and applied to a number of groups who sometimes have to go in front of these people and do comedy for them and deal with these kind of barbs in the hopes that these men help their careers. That's the other part that's really sad and somewhat complicated. Not for me. Once again, I'm lucky. I don't have to like go in front of these people, but there's some people due to the state of the industry, and we talked about the comedy middle class kind of shrinking. They go, no, Jay, you don't understand. The only way you can make it now is if you do that.
Right.
My argument will be that's not true. But for some people, they go, no, that's the closest thing I have to making it, Jay. Every avenue that you took advantage of dried up. I don't think that's true. But
it's not
for
true.
The people who think that,
they
go, this is the only way I can make it. And I go, you're going to have to deal with people saying some of the worst things to you because they think they're allowed to say these things to you because if you take them and you kind of deal with them gracefully and graciously, they will in exchange give you the opportunity to do time in front of more semi-evil people.
Yeah. Have you seen any of the Elephant Graveyard video essays?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. Those are
Shout
great.
out Elephant Graveyard.
Check that out. Check out
Good work.
Yeah. Yeah. I want somebody. What I'm interested is I need somebody to start making video essays about and Benny and Jay are good.
Yeah.
And, or like who's. We need more people being positive.
Yeah.
Also,
that's one thing that whenever someone critiques me, I do acknowledge that. They go, Jay, don't you have people you shout out? And I do try my best every week, multiple times a week, to shout out comedians I think are funny and crushing it and doing a very good job.
Anybody lately?
Yeah, Benny Feldman is so amazing.
Jay Jurden.
But no, 100%. I put a list up usually once a week. I go, Skylar Higley's hilarious, Grace Johnson, Allison O'Connor, Nico Carney, Connor Jonda, Jay McBride. I list all these people who I think are so funny. And that's one thing that I will attempt to do more of because sometimes I do get bogged down in the, oh my God, there's so many evil people.
They've got a coalition.
Yeah.
And we need more. Part of me having you here as well is like coalition building. Being like, yes, we're on the same page.
And
hell yeah.
And the ability to talk about it in a way that I think some people... I don't know. I saw like someone post earlier this week. They were like, well, Jay, who made, not necessarily to me, but about people like us. They were like, well, who made you a comedy connoisseur? And I was like, my eyes and my ears.
Yeah.
That's who did it. I don't know what you want me to say.
Fun. Hey, by the way, any of these arts and crafts speak in your name.
Oh, I love a pipe cleaner. I also love construction paper.
Everybody seems to have loved the pipe cleaners, which is why the ones that remain are sort of mashed up. But... I was potentially thinking of maybe trying to do a bracelet or something.
Okay, yeah.
But we also have paper. We got googly eyes.
Okay, you going bracelet?
I think I'll go bracelet.
Okay, go bracelet.
What are you thinking?
Yeah, let's do a little bracelet.
A little bracelet?
I don't hate that.
I can... How much of this crap would I need for a bracelet?
A lot.
A lot.
Well, for a bracelet, at least enough to go around
around the wrist.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do. We'll just do I'll do way too much and then I'll crimp it off.
Yeah. I mean,
do you want this one?
Thank you.
There you go.
Sure.
You want me to cut off? Let me know if you want me to cut off that bullshit part of the end.
Bullshit part. No. Let's go because we will need some length to tie off.
Yeah, I don't know how to. This tells you how to crimp it or whatever. And yeah, this is the part of the pod where we suddenly hit the.
The
silence as we figure out how to do it.
Okay, yeah.
And I got little letters. I got letter ones.
Oh, what? Yay!
Yeah,
Holy shit. I'm also very proud of you, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, how had a show at the Bell House after my show with Adam, correct? I had a show on Saturday at 4. New York Comedy Fest, they do shows truly all day. Truly all day. I did my new hour at 4, and then you're on Adam's show at 6 or something? 5:30?
Yeah, 7, or I forget when it was exactly.
7,
but yeah, that was fun. I just played the hits.
Okay.
When I do when I do a showcase, depending on that one at the Bell House, I'm like, let me just do a little sample platter of each section of my act, and it's like, here's 3 jokes from the animal section.
Yeah.
Here's 3 jokes from the killing dogs and harvesting their organs section. It is funny because I do. I think some people when I talk about this stuff where it's like don't be evil with your stand up or whatever, and then I'm like, well, I'm doing material about torturing animals.
Yeah.
And I'm like, people. That's the thing of you need to understand that there's secondary meaning. The point of the joke is torturing animals is bad.
Is evil.
Yes.
And there should be a level of understanding sometimes where people go, oh, Benny, you're not evil. You're actually telling us about an evil concept so that we come to a different conclusion.
Well, that's one of the elements of understanding irony is reputation. And
yeah.
Right.
Oh, my goodness.
What are you trying to spell, by the way?
Oh, I'm looking for a Y. I'm a narcissist. I'm trying to spell my name.
Oh, nice.
But no, I could also settle for another J, and it would just be my initials. It's a weird thing sometimes right now because people do not trust. They don't trust comics. So when you say something like that, people go, "Oh, I'm a fan of Benny. I can trust Benny." But when other people say certain things, you go, "I don't know how the fuck to feel about them." Right.
I mean, okay, if you make a transphobic joke, and I mean, I've talked about this before in the irony video, but it's if you're a trans person, we understand that context of your reputation, which is you are doing a character. We understand you obviously don't mean it in that way. But if you are if you're a comedian who does an anti-immigrant joke, and you literally opened for Donald Trump at Madison Square Garden, it's no, that your reputation is that you are relevantly intertwined with the political project of deporting people.
Not only of deporting people, but of celebrating it. It's so weird because sadly deportations were happening. They were already happening. But to say, yeah, I'm so much happier now that this is becoming even more intense, or to even say, oh, my joke, I didn't know that it was going to get crazy after my joke. Well, you knew about the policy.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I've been thinking about the idea of evil.
Yeah.
And I previously was being more harsh.
Yeah.
And then I was more lenient, and now I'm actually a little bit harsh again.
Okay.
But the initial take was I think these guys are doing evil comedy.
Sure.
And I think that they're doing racist, sexist, transphobic, etc. And then I went a little bit more love and light, and I was like, well, I think morality is more subjective, and people are stupid and ignorant. I think some of these guys don't necessarily try to be evil, but they're raised differently, and they have a different set of morals. But lately I've kind of come back around and okay, so you know how Donald Trump is very likely allegedly a serial pedophile rapist.
Yeah, I've heard.
In order to be a serial pedophile rapist in our current culture, there is no moral subjectivity or stupidity that you can claim. That is simply, you have to be aware that you are doing an evil act. That simply is a harm.
You're taking advantage of an extremely vulnerable group, and you're doing it repeatedly.
That's right.
For the sake of power.
Yes. And so looking at that extreme example of like, oh, no, people can, of course, be aware that they are doing ill to others for personal gain, makes me think again. I'm like, oh, no, some of these guys, especially when they do like the Riyadh Festival or whatever, are fucking aware that they're selling out their morals for money.
And I even think the hardest part of the Riyadh comedy fiasco, it wasn't the fact that like people went, it was the fact that so many people were like, well, I didn't know people were going to be mad. I was like, well, that's impressive.
People were mad before also, and then I think what was it Nimesh dropped out?
Yeah.
So it's like
people dropped out.
Yeah. You found out people were mad and you still went.
And I just don't know. I think I said this on Jesse David Fox's
podcast.
Shout out, good one. Great comedy podcast.
Yeah.
Great comedy podcast about the nuts and bolts. But he
got his book here somewhere.
He straight up was like, "Oh, how do you feel?" And I said, "I think those comics who did go, they're gonna have to be made fun of by both their fans and their peers for a little bit, and then things will move on. What you shouldn't do is get mad, because that will only intensify and prolong the amount of ridicule. You should just go, fuck, people are going to make fun of me. Shit, okay, I'll deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, so the other side of this is it's like, cancel culture as sort of, like the idea that like people should lose representation or should lose jobs or whatever. It's interesting that it is back slightly with like Dasha losing that job.
Well, I mean, Dasha had to like really platform like an actual Nazi.
Well, I guess my thought is it's like, well, what would we like to see happen?
Yeah.
Like if somebody is being evil, they're putting out repeatedly transgressive, negative ideas. Some of the guys are also Nick Fuentes adjacent level of like Nazism. Like Tim Dillon, I think, is like a real sociopath, sellout piece of shit.
Yeah, I recently saw like a video where he said everyone's a pedophile, and I was like, not me. So wait a second. There's a level of nihilism where someone goes, well, everyone's a pedophile. You go, whoa, no. We can't get there.
Or like Sam Hyde, I think, is like an actual Nazi.
100%. Sam Hyde, the minute that like Charlie Kirk got shot, he like posted a bunch of stuff calling Kamala the N-word and calling Obama the N-word. And I was like, they didn't do this.
But I guess what is the alternative to a cancel culture? Like what should occur?
I think being able to name what these people are doing explicitly, kind of what you're doing right now, saying, hey, what you just said is a Nazi talking point, and you hope that people, the general public's reaction to that is, because right now a lot of people go, oh, well, like, you're calling everyone a Nazi. You go, listen, I know you think that, but I am 100% naked, explicitly kind of stating this person is not only saying Nazi things, they are agreeing with me that what they are saying is like a Nazi thing.
Yeah.
So like I hope that the general public's reaction to that is, oh, Nazis are bad.
And then it's like, okay, so it's like it's not that we
shun them.
It's like they're allowed to be. They're not. We don't want to censor them, and we don't want them to necessarily. But it's like what we want is for third-party observers.
Yeah.
We want for the general public to be like, oh, I should stop listening to this.
Yeah.
Guy. And you know what I mean? It's like it's more of a. There's a famous quote where it's like the way to beat bad rhetoric or whatever is with. Is with good counter rhetoric.
And to show everyone that's what they're saying.
Yes.
That's like the big thing. You have to be like, hey, everyone, they are saying like Nazi stuff, and then the general public goes, for real Nazi stuff or like kind of funny Nazi stuff? You go, oh no, for real Nazi stuff. And they go, oh man, that sucks. I bought a bunch of t-shirts. You go, I'm sorry man, I can't wear those t-shirts no more. It happened with Kanye.
Speaking of which, I'm writing the word kike hunter on my.
Oh my God, Benny.
That was my screen. That was my video game name for a while.
And
kike
you
hunter.
had, and so many people were like, I love that name, man.
Actually,
I'm so mad it's taken.
I think when I was younger, it used to be Ninja Jew. And I got in trouble at like a camp one time where we had like a computer game part of it, and I made my name Ninja Jew, and the counselor basically pulled me aside. I was like, you can't have that name, and I was like, I'm Jewish, and then they were like, I don't understand.
They were like, oh, usually people are saying, wait a minute. Whoa, he actually is doing it. That's funny. And wow, everyone look out for Benny. He's doing a couple of dates at the mothership where he's going to be selling those bracelets. Yeah, he was going to sell tattoos, but they said that was in poor taste.
Yeah, you got your ticket number on your arm.
Evil. I also am like, I'm very interested in, hopefully, this upswell of people who are fans of mine, fans of yours, fans of Gianmarco's, people who go, oh, hey, I like this. This is good. I'm gonna signal boost this. I don't think that there's only one type of comedy fan out there. I think there are so many people on the internet and so many people in America and Canada too. We go to y'all. That like good comedy, that want good comedy, that there is like a growing trend that I'm happy about. And it's case in point, Elephant Graveyard videos. Those things blow up because there are a bunch of online comedy nerds who go, thank God someone's saying something about how this man put his own photo up next to legends.
No, that shit's so funny.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People are going, thank God someone's saying this because I love comedy and this is ruining the thing I love.
I find it really weird when people comment on my shit. They're like, you should go and kill Tony. I'm like, yo, you like my stuff and kill Tony?
I think I have a small percentage of people who probably think that way and think it would be fun. But I think with you, and you can tell me if I'm getting too familiar, I think they go, oh yeah, let Tony make fun of your chicks.
Yeah, no, that's correct.
And you go,
yeah.
No.
They said, they're like, oh, instant golden buzzer. And I know that, okay, actually what's funny is I'd like to give them credit slightly where it's due.
Yeah.
Is randomly, I think that some of those guys are actually pretty good about disability.
Yeah. Actually.
For some fucking reason.
Lisa Traeger said that, and I agree. Fiona, who was on Kill Tony,
yes.
she just did a Tonight Show. Just crushed it. I know so many different comics along the disability spectrum. From people who have cerebral palsy to people who have different conditions, both visible and non-visible conditions. I think AGT is also good about people with disabilities, and you don't have to be called a fag. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So whenever people go, and Lisa Traeger did point out that they are good about people with disabilities, and I do get that. But it is hard to suss out when you go, yeah, but there's a more famous show who's nicer to you.
To be fair, I haven't talked about this much, but AGT actually did reach out to me at one point.
Yeah.
I think they didn't have me on because I have cursing Tourette's. I was like, totally.
Which is not fair because that is the most fun kind. I don't know why they didn't do it. You can have a finger on the censor button.
No, honestly, it's probably because in the screening call, I told them that my Tourette's got worse from doing psychedelics, and I was like, oh, that's not a good backstory. I should have come up with like a better...
Is it stress from this? No, like shrooms, actually, dude. Yeah. I got something. You want?
I literally should have been like, oh, it's hard in class or whatever. I'm trying to remember how to crimp this. Okay, here we go. Bracelet crimping time.
What do you do?
It shows you on the thing. You kind of make like a knot and then like kind of double tie it. It shows you a little diagram right here.
Wonderful.
But the trick is to do it.
Yeah, the trick is to do it.
It's fucking hard to do.
I'm also just very aware of I'm just like very aware of comedy. So I'm always able to say, yeah, enough with these bad people. Here are some good people. I know not everyone has that luxury. I know not everyone is aware, and not everyone lives in New York. It's just like, there's a bunch of
Oh yeah.
there's a bunch of stuff that I'm super lucky to be able to do.
Wait, everybody shut the fuck up.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's so funny because like I get to a point of this podcast where I'm like, wait, hold on, I have to lock in. Like I have like people, I have like guests over, and then I'm like, wait, shh.
No, you're fine. There,
No, you can keep talking. I'm messing with you.
no, but is there? I mean,
It's funny, right? It's hard to crimp it. Oh, did you get it?
yeah. No, I do not know necessarily how to.
Oh, it's
crimp
like
it
okay, it's one of these.
properly.
It's like basically classic like just like
I
fuck.
went not.
yeah, classic knot, and then do it through it again.
Do it through. Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, let's see.
It's just I feel like I didn't give myself enough leeway. I'm just gonna take a couple beads off. No, not those ones. Fuck. But yeah, totally. No, the bracelet fell.
Oh no! Oh my god! Now he's just an Ike hunter.
Classic.
I mean,
classic situation.
Classic Feldman bit.
Classic situation.
Wait, has
That's
anyone
fine.
asked you?
What's that?
Corey? Any relation?
No.
Okay.
No, yeah.
Okay, Haim?
Is Haim Feldman?
There's a Corey Feldman and a Corey Haim.
Oh. Oh, I think you got it. And then
Yeah?
just pull that tight, and then it'll be good.
Whoa.
As long as you made a bracelet, I'm happy.
Yay, all right.
Yes, dude. Yes.
Okay, and then cut. My bracelet's too big. Way too big. Way too big. Way too big.
You double it
so
up.
big. So big, but I do have faith that we can figure out something.
You can hang it up. No!
Classic bit.
Oh, that noise is
Classic
crazy.
bit.
Oh, that noise
Classic
is crazy.
bit.
Oh my god.
We both ruined our bracelets.
We both fucked it up.
We both ruined
we
our
both
bracelets
we were cooking, and then
in
we
the funniest way. The people who are critics of us are going to be like, these idiots don't know anything about comedy or crafts. They're talking about the craftsmanship of comedy. They don't even know crafts for real.
I do think that arts and crafts, I think, is aligned aesthetically and spiritually with kind of like our side of things. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I can't really see like those
Yes.
guys.
No, imagine if people were as dismissive of painters, of musicians, of sculptors as they are of us kind of talking about comedy and the ins and outs imagine if people cared that little about any other artistic endeavor. If people said, "Oh, it's just ballet." No one says that.
Yeah. You
No one
paint a
says-
giant swastika. Somebody's like, it's just paint.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So there is a world where I go, you get it. You understand part of this from an artist's standpoint. If we're looking at this from the vantage point of just pure artistry, I think because comedy is so interwoven into our society, functionally, language-wise, just hanging out with people, I think that's when people go, no. There's also the relatability kind of conundrum where you want to be relatable enough that people like you, but my issue is that I don't want to be so relatable people think, oh, I can get up there and do that, because I don't think you can. And I don't want you to think you can. And that's also why I'm a bit snooty when I go, no, I'm going to tell a punchline every 12 seconds. So if you think you can do that for an hour and maintain that pace and memorize this, by all means, try.
Go for it, yeah.
But it's not so that you can say, oh, anyone can get up there and do that. And that's part of the fear when someone says something kind of evil, is there is a crowd of people that go, oh, yeah, I think this stuff. They say it. There's relatability there.
Absolutely. Relatability is interesting to me because I am not trying to be relatable in terms of like text.
Yeah.
And I find that people, like if I do a bit about like trying to steal a dog's organs,
Yeah.
I think people relate to certain emotional.
Yeah.
Like, it's an abstract thing. You know what I mean? Like if you watch a movie about a giant city that's a mech,
Yeah.
you don't relate to that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you are like, cool.
You
know what I
don't
mean?
live
Relate.
there.
Right.
There are themes and bigger things that you can take away from that maybe kind of excite you and they wake things up inside of you. But you don't, like, I don't expect everyone who enjoys my comedy to be a black, queer millennial from the South
Right.
But I do expect them to go, ooh, I love wordplay. I love the malleability of language. I love misdirection. I love performance. I love elements of theater. I love malapropisms. I love these elements within Jay's hour that make it funny, so I can relate to that. I might not necessarily relate to Jay's specific experience all the time.
Yes, absolutely. Do you find that your audience does identify with some of those specific things?
Yeah, my audiences are primarily they're a lot of millennials. It's funny because I do have like built-in ways to like do a census for this stuff.
Yeah,
very millennial, very queer, black, a lot of women. A lot of comedy straight boy nerds. If you're a straight guy who loves stand-up comedy, I get a lot of straight white guys who loved Greg Giraldo. Though,
really?
Do you understand?
Oh, yeah, it makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
That kind of millennial.
People who like jokes.
People who love jokes. People who like Dave Attell. That's the first comparison. It's so funny because someone will be like, Jay, you remind me of Dave. I'll be like, shit. They'll be like, Attell. I'll be like, oh, okay. Well, because he had a special in San Francisco at Cobb's, and it was like just so many jokes.
Which
jokes. One? The most recent one on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
Hot Cross Buns.
Yes. He plays the recording.
Yeah. And at the very hilarious bit to like make sure you fit your time within the special. But people go, oh, it's because it's so many jokes. And I go, well, and you have this too, where I go, well, yeah, I want you to get your money's worth.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
don't think that my mere presence is worth the ticket. I want to give you jokes and performance kind of in abundance so that you don't dispute this charge.
Yeah.
Right?
I would feel bad. If a crowd doesn't laugh at a joke, I earnestly am like, fuck. Like, but from the like, oh, they're not. I want the show to be.
Yes.
Cost the money.
And not an ego thing, just more like, I really want to make sure that I'm doing the best for y'all. I want to do this amount of money and time justice because those things are limited.
Right. Yeah, it's the two sides of it's the artistry.
Yeah.
But it's also the consumed good of it. Yeah.
And not like in a Walmart way, more of like in a chef.
I keep dropping individual beats.
But Benny, more like a chef. We go, hey, how do you feel? Was it?
Yeah. How's this table doing?
Yes.
Yeah. Crowd work sometimes could be. How would
yeah?
You guys enjoy this food? Yeah.
And some people think I hate crowd work. I love organic, fun, poppy, interesting, novel crowd work.
Crowd work is breadsticks.
I don't. Yeah, I don't like the fishing. I don't love. Are you two together? Yes. You have a joke about that. Because by the time you get to the fourth question, you ask this couple if they're together, how long have they been together, who asked who out first, who paid for the ticket. Where is the joke that's the payoff for this investment of time? If comedy is a stick of dynamite, I need the boom to justify the length of the fuse.
Yeah. If comedy's a stick of dynamite, that's a cool idea.
It's true.
The length of the fuse.
Yeah.
Setup is a fuse.
Yes.
Explosion. Cool.
It's true,
cool
though.
Metaphor.
Huge.
I like that a lot.
But there's
That's
something
awesome.
visually hilarious about long fuse, tiny payoff. We can laugh about that kind of extrapolated.
Series of cherry bombs and then a.
Yes.
Yeah.
But from an
Fireworks.
effective strategy standpoint, you want that boom to justify the length of this fuse.
It is like fireworks. Like the encore is the closer.
Yeah.
The end is where you do all the. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I say that, but that's kind of the perspective of watching other stand-ups.
Yeah.
I don't do a closer.
Yeah.
In the same way because I don't. Like, that doesn't make sense as much for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I think that you have jokes where you go, ooh, I don't want to do this one first.
Yeah, for sure.
So you have jokes that you don't do first, and you have jokes, not that you necessarily always close with, but that you go, now that we've gotten into a rhythm, I can really get weird.
Yeah, I am lying a little bit. I do. I close on the hat.
Yeah.
I close on the steampunk hat. So
Benny's a liar, everyone.
Yeah.
He's a liar.
But it's not like a. It's not like that's at the end because it's a closer.
Yeah.
It's at the end because it's a big change of
different
thing. Yeah.
Which is still. I think that's nice. I like whenever I'm talking about how I'm organizing an hour, like right now I have a closer, but it's not the closer that will be the closer for the next special. I know that for a fact. It'll be there's something else over the next 2.5 years that will be, because I also don't think about a special every year. I think so many people who got obsessed with Louis started thinking that way, and it's a crazy thing to do to yourself.
Yeah.
The first one for me, I'd worked on those jokes for 3 years almost. I had an hour and a half. I turned that hour into something. I took 30 minutes, turned that into 40 minutes, turned that into 45 minutes, and now it's like around 55 minutes that I'm like very happy with. It's nothing from the special, but it's also not done, and I'm happy I get to tour it and still tinker. When I think about a closer, I think about something that's big enough that I can go home, and the people kind of will also signify. They go, "Oh, that's great. I'm full."
Yeah, you wanted to talk about it.
Yeah.
Think about it. You want to be like, oh, yes.
Yeah. And sometimes it's as simple as a callback, but it has to be a callback that's justified. Sometimes you want to call back earlier so people just go, oh, I'm paying attention this whole time. I also just am such a comedy nerd that I love thinking about this kind of stuff. For me, I love going, ooh, what am I going to get in? How do I finish this? Whoa, oh, what about this joke? There are jokes that I forget just because I like, my writing style is like, I write a bunch of jokes and I go, ooh, okay, we'll do that one on the next one. There's a joke in my special that I didn't do. There's a joke that was supposed to be in my special that I didn't do in my special. So now it's in the hour currently. And it's a joke I love, but I just didn't do it because when you're telling when you have like 220 times when you want people to laugh, you are going to be like, wait, one of these.
We have a similar. I also have about 220.
Yeah.
Is that your actual number? Because that's that's pretty much my exact number.
Yeah, well, because I kind of did the math of like every 12.
Right.
Yeah, well, yeah. When you break it up into like, if this is 15, 15, 15, and then if you go, so you get it. Yeah.
It's like roughly 4 jokes a minute.
Yeah.
That's 60 minutes.
Well, and because don't you want the people to walk away? You and I similarly. I don't want people to walk away and go, oh, I kind of saw these jokes coming. I want you to be overwhelmed and bombarded so that you have to see me twice to even see every joke. You're going to have to watch the special twice to get every joke.
Yeah.
I think that's a trick on my part, but it's also me wanting to make sure that you really investigate this material.
Yeah, I think that yours is going to have like but I haven't seen the current. I haven't seen the final form, but from what I've seen live, I do think that yours is going to be one of those ones that people mine. I think for a while for insight. Remember when people wrote that? There's like an article written that was like the structure of Ali Wong's first special. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I bet you in like a year or two, somebody's gonna like have a diagram of your special.
We'll see. I mean, I think there's some habituals in there that I really love. Like whenever you do a special, you find out, you find out your non-Tourette tics. You find out your vocalizations and your habits, and you kind of have to be really okay with them. Like I know I have a tendency to go joke and then connecting phrase and sometimes joke or like interrupter to like really throw them off in another joke. And so you recognize those things in yourself, and sometimes when you hear it, you go, oh no, but the audience isn't thinking that, but you as an artist and you as a performer, you as a human, you kind of go, okay, if that's what I do, then the next special, let me make sure I go the opposite. Sometimes I'll dip back into that, but there's a lot of really cool stuff whenever you really can like think about comedy artistically that I think some people are leaving on the table when they go, oh, it's just being silly. Oh, it's just being it's just jokes. Right. You're leaving so much out of your control, really, as a comic.
Yes. When you think about it more, you get to make it better.
Yeah.
When the audience gets to think about it more, they also get to enjoy it better. By the way, something funny before is that we were going back and forth between the food metaphor and the dynamite metaphor.
Yeah.
And you're like, it's like a lit fuse,
and
then they come away full. It's like they're eating this stick of dynamite, and it's like inside of them. They go,
but sometimes that is how they feel when they go home and they go, wait, that was that joke? Oh my God, I just got that one.
You're doing a new craft?
I'll do a new craft.
We'll do a new craft.
Just
a heads up, we just passed an hour.
Okay.
If we can do a little more if you like.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's find a cool stopping point in the next 10 or whatever. That's great.
Great. Because I noticed you just started a new craft.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
maybe I just wanted to write you a thank you note.
Yeah. I have a bunch of my jokes earmarked for the next special.
Yeah.
And I haven't even filmed a special yet, but I am like, well, these ones I think don't make sense to do at this time, or that I'm like, I want to revisit these in the future, or at least I don't want to do them in the hour currently.
But isn't that a fun?
It's fun. I love the logistics.
there's a world where more comics think about it this way, and we all are like really good, and we're all fucking nerds, but we all still try to be decent people. And there's another world where we all go money, 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 clips. And I have to post so many clips right now because I have to promote the special so fucking much, and I get it, but there is like this emptiness and this kind of vacuous nature to just being a comic because you think it makes the most money.
Yes. People see how much money they make at the top, where they're like, if you sell out a theater or whatever, you get like 100,000 or whatever the fuck. And it's like, what sort of psycho got, like, people that get into stand up in order to, with the mental vision of them doing a stadium, it's like, what are you talking about?
This is Benny. This is actually such a good point. Where are you from originally?
Philadelphia. Yep.
Okay, this is very important. So, can you name a single comedian right now that you think is more impressive or as impressive than watching a Sixers game?
I'm not a. I don't know.
I don't. This is what I think. My point is, like, I don't know a comic who I think is more impressive than a professional sports franchise. So your goal as a comic being a stadium to me is insane.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's what you mean by that. Okay. Yeah.
It's insane.
That's interesting.
Do you think you are more interesting to watch than, I don't know, 10 of the most talented athletes in the world? I don't think I am.
Okay. That's an interesting way to put it. I would say for most people, no.
Yeah.
I don't like watching that stuff. So I would put actually quite a lot of comedians above that.
That's funny. But also I love that. I love that. But yeah. I'm a comic who I think, I'm calling it, I think career-wise, I will get to do a couple more theaters. The theaters might even get a little bigger.
Yeah, I think so.
I have no desire to do a stadium.
That's my limit, dude. I don't want to do fucking Madison Square Garden. Wouldn't make sense. It's too big.
A big ass theater. Ooh,
how big is Madison?
I love it.
How big is MSG?
MSG? I don't know how many.
We can
look it up.
Yeah,
we got these things now.
Mine's over there.
Oh yeah, that is funny. But no, let's look at the seating capacity for Madison Square Garden because it is.
Because there's a certain size where the laughs
19,500.
That's too big for me.
That's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge.
I love 300 people.
Yeah.
Guess
amazing. What, Benny?
You know what
I'm gonna tell you. I love 300 people. I love 1,000 people.
Yeah, 1,000 is good.
I love
1,000 is great.
I love a theater, but even in a theater with my particular style of comedy, I only want it to be so big that everyone has a good time. Right. I never want the size of a venue to make my comedy less impactful.
Yeah, can I tell you a little bit why I like smaller sometimes?
Yeah.
Is that if you go too big, then there's a little bit of I think of a rhythm thing or it just every joke will kind of get something.
Yeah.
If you go small enough, that's way better for the editing process.
Yeah.
And it's like 300 people, if a joke flops, you will still hear it, and I think that is valuable and important feedback.
Yeah.
I think if you start doing, if you only do venues that are too big, to be fair, I haven't consistently done theaters. I've only ever like opened in them.
Yeah.
So I would love to sell out and change my mind. Or I'd have to figure out how to adjust my barometer in that space. You know what I mean?
I mean, like, I think that you would easily adjust your barometer, but there is this like weird goal now where people look at the extreme 1% at the top of comedy, and they ask you as a comic if you'd ever want that, and their eyes get so big they go, Benny, would you ever wanna do a stadium? And so many people are surprised when people like us go, no.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I get offered
so many stadiums.
Sponsorships.
Yeah.
And like this podcast, I had an opportunity to at some point like pitch it to different like this I don't do ads on this podcast. I don't work with a network.
Yeah.
I don't do branded content or
Yeah.
whatever. Because I could just do that shit for money.
Yeah.
But I don't want to fucking do that shit for money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like stand-up comedy. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
but there's a world. To me, there's a world where, like you, that looks nothing like you. I do want you. I want you to read this.
Oh sure. Right now?
After I say what I'm going to say.
Okay.
I think there is a world where, like, there's a balancing act between, like, oh, thank goodness that, like, we get to do comedy, and thank goodness I also get to do these other things that help me do comedy sometimes. Like, I'm lucky, and this is like a bragging point, but you also have it too. No one's ever gonna see me on a thing and go, "What's Jay doing here?" They're gonna be like,
Yeah.
"No, he's probably doing stand up."
Of course.
Maybe
Yes.
I'm acting. Maybe I wrote something. Maybe I'm on a panel, but probably stand up. And that sort of brand identification, that brand integrity, that brand recognizability, I love.
Is that your
because
goal? You don't want to be a writer? Like you want to stand up?
I want to.
Same, by the way.
I want to do stand up. I love writing. I love acting. I love stand up more.
Same.
You know, I got into acting and then I got into stand up and I found out how much I love stand up because of the autonomy and the creative control. You get to be an auteur.
So
in
at
stand up.
at the deepest bottom of your heart, you're a straight white boy comedy nerd.
Yeah, straight white boy comedy nerd. Yeah.
No. You
Just
are
me
but you're a
being
comedy
like,
head. You're a comedy nerd.
Yeah, and also I was lucky that I came up in a time when that was cool. I do feel like a lot of those avenues and those tributaries have closed, and I feel sad about that for so many people.
I think about okay. You and I,
Yeah.
if this was the 2013 alt comedy boom,
Yeah.
we would be having a blast, I
Yeah.
think, more. But I think we're still having fun.
Yeah.
But there's a different weight and a different social dynamic.
Yeah, so I think that over the past 15 years, we made stand-up comedy cool, and now it got too cool, so
Yeah.
many people became bullies, and you go, "Oh, that's not what you should do."
And now it's uncool.
Yeah, and now it's uncool.
Yeah.
So then we get to make it cool again. I think.
I think so.
Over the next 10 years.
I think that you are absolutely correct, and I think that we're in a bit of an alliance to
Yeah.
help reforge. I think that. Okay, one quick. Okay, I do want to read this.
Yeah.
Earnestly, during COVID, people that were liberal and left leaning fucking stopped doing stand up.
Yes.
So a lot of spaces
Yes.
ended up being dominated by conservative stand up.
Yes.
A lot of cities.
And why did they stop? They stopped because they were following rules
Yes.
set in place
Yes.
to protect people, to keep them safe.
Exactly. And so post COVID, these first few years post COVID,
Yeah.
especially initially under Biden, so that the conservatives could angle themselves as being counterculture,
Yeah.
has been a 2013 to 2017 or whatever alt comedy boom.
Yeah.
COVID to now has been a shithead conservative comedy boom.
Yeah.
And-
Coupled also with a little bit of, and I said this before, anti-intellectual grievance-based populism that elected both Trump and kind of elected Joe as this like kind of know-nothing leader of stand-up, where you don't have to be smart, you just have to be there. You just have to be everywhere. You just have to be loud. You just have to be on Spotify. So there is a level of synergy between these two things, which is why they also soft endorse each other. Because the weirdest part about this is, as a comic, you don't want the president to like you because the president is supposed to be a fucking nerd. You go, that fucking nerd. Even Obama, you had to be like, Obama, you're pretty cool, but being the president's kind of corny. But now they're kind of like, no, the president's kind of cool, actually. Tim Dillon's like, JD Vance calls me all the time, and you go, what, man? I thought you were a nihilist. I thought you wanted to flip everything over and set everything on fire. Oh no, you don't? That's odd. So I think that in the next couple of years, we are going to see a swing back. I think we're a bit ahead of the curve, which also makes people right now go, oh, Jay, I really want to watch stand-up comedy, but isn't everyone a Nazi? And I have to go, well, not Benny.
Yeah.
He just put that on the bracelet. He didn't mean it. But that,
I go, not Jay.
You know what I mean? We have to do the hard work now and say, go see these people. These shows are very funny. These are good comics. I mean, good on stage as far as they can execute, and good is they're not like celebrating ICE kidnapping people. Like we kind of have to do that work. I think it's going to continue to grow, but it's hard. It's challenging right now.
We get to be part of this new spearhead movement of the new alt comedy boom that I think is to come.
Yeah.
A more leftist thing. What do you say we close on me reading this thing?
Open it, just the front. There's nothing inside.
Thank you, Benny. We are comedy curmudgeons, and thank God, XOXOXO.
There's nothing inside.
I'll put a little kiss inside.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Benny.
I'm going to save that. I'm going to put it between the pages. A kiss between the pages of a book, like the flowers pressed between the pages of an old book.
Oh, yeah. That's beautiful.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you, Benny.
Incredible
It does
conversation.
mean a lot, and I'm so happy that I got to hang out with you.
I'm so happy with everything you're doing. I'm so happy with what you're saying. And actually, real quick at the end, let's make sure we plug.
Yes. Oh, watch
Yes.
Yes Ma'am on Hulu. I'm Jay Jurden. Yes Ma'am on Hulu. You can watch it now, stream it now, and exclusive, December 8th. It'll be available on Amazon and Apple TV Plus and YouTube TV for rental or purchase. So if you don't have Hulu, there is a new way to watch it coming December 8th.
And check out all of Jay's tweets and more specifically threads.
Yeah, follow me on Threads, follow me on Twitter, I do stuff on both of those and TikTok
It's
now.
at Gianmarco Cerezi.
It's at Gianmarco Cerezi.
Okay. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me, Benny.